I've set up a bit of a practice game just to show how a turn sequence might work. Now, this is only part of a table. The full table will have 12 pieces of scenery. All you can see here is 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly that one. There's only 5 pieces of scenery. That's about half the scenery, but this is about half the table. Here's a gully, which you can't shoot in or out to effectively unless you're mortar. Solid buildings, very good for defence. A rough hill, pain in the neck to move off of, and it doesn't give any cover apart from a little partial piece added to it. Now this side I'm giving the blue dice to, it's called the blue team. They're my favourite dice, but these are the bad guys. They've got 2 guns. They've got a unit, it's a militia unit because the officer's got a little M in his name, which has got 2 rifle bases and officer base there, 1 rifle base there, a machine gun over there and a rifle base, and that's that force. The other force, which we're going to call yellow force because of the yellow dice, they've got just 3 squares. They're attacking, and we'll see how it goes. But they've got an officer who's regular with 4 bases with him, 4 bases here, and over there's 2 mortars and another base there, which is all very nice. We'll do a turn or 2 to see how it works. I'm going to use the turn sequence to illustrate how the game works. Here's the turn sequence here. Right, first thing it says is events. Well, that would be a Sirocco. No. Fire, haven't got one of those. Helicopter arrival, no, that's it. Now the helicopter section is now done in the turn. Place bonuses. Aha, I have got a bonus. Yellow force has earned a shooting on a 4, 5, 6 bonus. I'm going to play it this turn. This is how it works. I give it to the officer. There it is. But it's not guaranteed. If I roll a dice, score 1 or 2, it's lost from the game. I rolled a 5, therefore it's valid for this turn only. This turn only. Now, here's how the turn goes next. It says here, place bonuses. Yes, the general. Well, isn't a general on here? Morale. Now, my force, the yellow force, do morale if there's any problems. There's another video about morale problems. There are no problems. There's no casualty markers. They've got their officer. They're not a small unit, etc., etc. Now we go on to it unit by unit. This is how it works. We start with the unit here, this one here. Now the officer's got 3 motivations. I use a different coloured dice than the yellow ones, so I don't get them all mixed up. Right, the officer motivates his own square. He rolls a dice. He's allowed to re-roll it because he's the officer. I think I will re-roll it. Oh, 3. He's got 3 points for this turn. This square next to him, I'm going to roll a dice for them. I can't choose to re-roll it. I don't want to. It's a 6. But so the officer can re-roll. Anything next to him accepts the roll. And further away, the opponent can ask to re-roll. I'll roll for the square behind him. 3. There we go. That's the motivations. The points are there. I've used a different coloured dice because then I know which are the points and which are the shooty dice. Now, there's no enemy close by. I can shoot across a gully, which is nice. They've got 6 points. This is what I'm going to do. I think I might shoot, because I've got 3 square range. 1, 2, 3. They're just in range. I might shoot at the guns and then just see how that goes from there. And I've got 6 points. I'm going to look up how it works. Foot bases, 3 square range. At guns, you get 1 dice per shot. Some things like machine guns do much better, but there we go, 1 dice per shot. So, you have 1 point to shoot, which is 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice, 1 dice. I've got so many points I can afford to shoot twice. 1 point to shoot once, 3 more to shoot for a second time. So I'm going to spend 4 points, give me 2 left, to shoot twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, double it is 8 dice. I'm going to roll 8 dice. Here's the 8 dice. I need 5 or 6s. It's always 5 and 6s. Well, that's pretty good. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Now, 5 hits on these guns, that's all there is in the square. will be shared nicely. So it's 3 hits on one, 2 on the other. The owner chooses the location of the hits, but he can't do them unequally. He can't say 4 on there, none on there. Now the basic save is 4, 5, 6. They got some slight partial cover here. They save on 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'll do the 3 for one of the guns. That was a save. Dead, dead. Well, if he's dead, dead, he's definitely dead. He's gone. That's gone from the game. No casualty because it's a vehicle or a gun. The other one's hit twice. Oh, dead again. Well, that was extremely unlucky, or lucky for the yellow team. So blue team's just lost its 2 guns. Very upsetting. Now the 2 points left, they're going to go in there for 1 point. It takes 2 points to get out of cover. It's easy to go in, difficult to get out. They haven't got enough points left, so their points are finished. Now this is a sequential game, which means they're already dead before I do the next thing. They've got 3 points. Well, in fact, I forgot that 4, 5, 6. They could have shot even better, but that's my fault. I forgot that. They're 3 points, and I shoot across here. Now I can shoot. 1 point is 1 shot. I need 3 more for a second shot. I haven't got enough for a second shot. So I'm going to shoot once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. 5 bases, and I will remember this time I got a 4, 5, 6 to hit. 2 hits. Right, the owner there, that's a blue team, does 2 saves. Now the save would be a 4, 5, 6, but solid buildings, because on the road, makes it a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they still managed to lose a base. Blue team are terrible. So I'll take that base off, and I'll put a casualty marker down. Now, blue team, because it's sequential, that man's already dead. You don't say, oh, I had him earlier, I can still shoot with him. Blue team has got 2 shooters. They're going to shoot back. They need 6s. They've missed. However, if the target's got 4 or more bases, it's called crowded. That lets anyone shooting re-roll their dice. Ah, they got a hit. Now their saves will be 4, 5, 6. They've got a little bit of cover there. It'll be a 3, 4, 5, or 6. So yellow team's going to roll, gets a 3, they're fine. Now, these people here have used 1 point to shoot with. I can't stand around in the open, so I need 1 point to move into here. They can't be shot at effectively from here. Be bits of sniping at, but nothing the game will bother about. They're into there. They're sneaking up on the buildings. Now, that's gone. Remember, I do a square. They're done. It's finished. Done. Finished. They've got 3 points. Now, I think I'm going to shoot with the mortars. Now, mortars have got a much bigger range than ordinary small arms. Now, mortar shoots with 3 dice. So, that mortar has 3 dice to shoot with. That mortar has 3 dice to shoot with. In fact, the rifle base is also in range. 1, 2, 3. Just in range, he gets 1 dice. That's a single shot. 3 from mortar, 3 from mortar, 1 for rifle. I roll these dice. God, these yellow dice are very good today. That's 4 hits. Now, there's only 2 bases there, so obviously it's 2 on each base. Make sure players declare what they're rolling for in case, oh no, I didn't mean that, meant something else. I'm going to roll the dice first because 1 is always a dead, 6 is always a save, and we'll see how it goes. 2 dice on the officer. Well, he's going to be fine. That's great. The rifleman, a 1. Well, he was fine. Now he's dead. So blue team are suffering again. There's another blue team casualty. He can shoot back because the rifleman shot. You don't shoot back at mortars because they're indirect. But the rifleman shot, so he shoots back with 1 dice, but nobody cares. No, he misses. Now here's the special thing for mortars. Every time the mortars kill somebody, if they roll a 4, 5, 6, they also pin that square down because that's how mortars work. So I'm going to roll this. No, it didn't. Now they've used 1 point. 2 points they could move, but I'm going to stay still. If you don't move for a whole turn, at the end of that turn, you get rewarded with a take cover status. Take cover gives an extra +1 on their saves. Their turn is finished. The token has gone. It's taken away. It's spent. You might have several tokens, but it's gone. Now, we'll look at the turn sequence again. It now says we've done unit by unit. I only did one unit, but there might be several. Communications, that's the bit down here. Let's assume that this army has got a communication level of 4, which is quite average 4. Now I quite like some HE, so I'm going to use all 4. So I'm declaring I'm using 4. Now I roll a dice. 1. 4 and 1 make 5, but it's not very good. 5. A message from the leader. Well done. Remove 1 casualty base. Well, I haven't got any casualty bases. That's a waste of time. There's 2 goes at communication at the end of every player's turn. 2 goes. I'm going to declare a 3. That 4 seemed a bit too high. I used 3. Roll a dice. I got a 6. Oh, 3 and 6 makes 9. That gives me high explosive. High explosive takes the form of 3 squares of hitting. Now, the yellow team is the team that got it, 'cause it's their turn. Now, 3 squares, they've got to be left to right. There's not many other team left, so I'm going to put 1 there. No, well, I'll put 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. It must always be 3. I can't choose to narrow it to 2 or stuff like that. I'm always in a row. Now, blue team tries to deviate it on a 1 or a 6. I roll for this first square. This is blue team. A 1, it's short, so that it's shot from this player, so it's landed on his own men. That's a bit of a shame. The middle one, 4, it's on target. And the far one, 6, it's over. That's a bit of a disaster. Now here's how HE works. For all the bases it hits, it can try and damage or kill them all. That's why a crowded square suffers more than a not crowded square. Now, the yellow player is going to hit his own men. He's useless. There's 4 riflemen there and an officer. On 3 or more, they're hit. 4 riflemen, 2 of them are hit, and the officer, he's hit as well. Now the saves, I can just do the saves without bothering too much to check it, because it might be obvious. The 2 riflemen, let's roll a save. Well, 1's always a dead, and 4, 5, 6 the basic save anyway, so it's fine. So he's a dead one. I take him off, and I put down a letter C. That's the one I chose for them. To save the officer, 4, he's going to be fine, no problem at all. Now, if there's any casualties at all from HE, the whole square becomes pinned. Remember, it's not a skirmish game, it's either all or none. They've all become pinned, he's hit with his own artillery. And that was the 2 goes at communications. Let's see what's next. Yes, the last thing is the countdown. Now, countdown, the game starts with 36, a count of 36, and a dice is taken off each turn. The attacker probably wants the game to be a little bit longer, so let's assume it's on 36. 3. I'm allowed to re-roll, but 3 is all right. Now the game is down to 33. The turn is over. Now let's start a turn for blue team, because they deserve a little bit of help. This is what we do first. Blue team starts with events. Well, they haven't got a Sirocco. They haven't got a fire to use. They haven't got a helicopter. Place bonuses. They haven't got any bonuses at all. The general, there's no general about. Morale. Now, there might be morale here. This unit here has got 2 dead bodies. That constitutes 1 problem. But they've also only got 4 or fewer bases. That's a second problem. Once you hit 2 problems, you take morale. They roll a pair of dice needing 9 or more. Well, that's disaster. They've only got 6. It's fail or pass. 9 or more, you're okay. Less than 9, you're not okay. They roll 4 dice for their losses. 4, 5, 6s. They've lost 3 bases. Well, that's going to be a short film, isn't it? So 1, 2, they've got to take 3 bases off. They're finished. Now, that was a little bit nasty and brief, but in reality, they'd have at least 2 foot units on the table and some vehicles, etc., etc. Well, that's roughly how a turn works. Now, this player, although this unit's dead, he can still do his communications, try and bring more troops on if there are more troops. We're stopping here because it's dead, and I think it's fairly clear what's going on.